I'm getting married. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that. So I have been born, raised Mormon, baptized when I was 8, been in the church my whole life. And then last year, I. And when I say year, I mean like calendar year, not a year ago from today. Um, but last calendar year, probably just over that actually, I haven't been the best example of a Mormon. I was drinking, I would smoke, I was going to parties, I was having all sorts of good times. Um, I guess you can say indulging in the desires of the flesh. And I learned a lot about myself, a lot about my insecurities, a lot about my depression, a lot about my addictive personality. And I've been doing everything I can to solve those problems. Which that actually started when I met my now fiance. I realized if I wanted to be with a girl as amazing as her, I would need to really clean my act up, or else I would never have a chance. And so that's when I stopped going to parties, stopped drinking. When I first met her, I was still being a little bit promiscuous. But, oh, my poor transmission. This truck really needs fixed. Um, but yeah, I've straightened up because of her. And so now we're at the point of, as of tonight, there are 69, we'll say 68 days till our wedding, which is on August 21st. And that's kind of nerve-wracking. Because for a while I was like, oh, I have, 2.5 months. And when you put it in the terms of months, that seems like a long time. 2.5 months does. But then you put it in terms of, oh, I have 69 days, which is about 9 weeks. Not even. Yeah. It's just over 9 weeks. And that is not a lot of time. But yeah, we're doing everything we can to make sure we get it all planned on time and what have you. But it's just very interesting being in this situation. Something else with it is, people always tell you, oh, when you get engaged, it all changes. It gets harder to like be alone. You need to be more careful, blah blah blah. And both of us were like, I don't think it could get much worse. But oh boy, does it get worse. And I mean that it's positive emotions you're feeling. It's good things that you're feeling about your fiance, but they're dangerous before you're married, according to Mormon belief. And you start to really desire each other. And in this situation, you have to figure out how you and your future spouse are going to handle it so you guys can be temple worthy and can visit the temple. And so Elisa and I had a discussion, and we both decided that on the nights that she works late, we will be content with phone calls. And then on the other nights, we're going to spend more time with my sister or at my parents' house or something like that where we aren't alone. We aren't able to risk it like that. Because as soon as you start taking risks like that, like very slowly, you will push those boundaries further and further. Even if you think that, oh, no, we would never, you will. Because I was there. Elisa and I were both there. We went, oh, we would never push those boundaries too far, you know. We know our limits. But the other night, we kept pushing those boundaries. And we discovered our absolute limits. Granted, we are both still temple worthy. We didn't go that far with being dumb. But we made some... We were taking some risks, you could say. And... yeah, we're gonna have to be a lot more careful. And it's a difficult situation to be in. Because you really, really love this person and you don't want them to feel rejected. But at the same time, you know you need to keep some distance so you don't make mistakes. And so you can be married in the temple. It's an interesting situation to be in as a Mormon. The other thing is I have started playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with my best friends. What actually got me into it was the podcast. Oh shoot, what was it? I just forgot it. It's the same brothers that do My Brother, and Me, but they're doing a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast, The Adventure Zone, that's what it's called. And they are playing 5th edition, and they're really funny and have great charisma with each other. And it's a set of 3 brothers and their father playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and they're absolutely hilarious. I do have to put a bit of an adult content warning on that one. They keep it relatively clean, but there is some cursing. There is, I believe, some sexual references, that type of stuff. But they're really funny. The other one I've been listening to, they're playing 4.5, Dungeons & Dragons 4.5, and it's Drunks and Dragons, and I have to put a strong adult content warning on that one. They are crude, lewd, and socially unacceptable while playing Dungeons & Dragons. But it's another podcast. It's a really good time. They are part of Geekly Incorporated, Geekly Inc. And they are super funny. But yeah, in Dungeons & Dragons, I am playing a dwarf fighter named Gravel Baldirk. I'm currently level 2. And my main weapon that I wield is a greatsword. And it's all sorts of good times. My best friend Austin is our great and powerful dungeon master. And we just recently recruited one of my good friends, Cody, to play... Ooh, speeding offense, shoot. To play with us. and he is playing a Drow Sorcerer. I don't know what his name is, but we're super excited to add him to our team. Really, that turned red as I was crossing through it. Gosh dang it. But yeah, I am super, super excited to play a lot more Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to try and talk my group into recording it. Maybe. I don't know if we're going to be funny enough for that or lively enough. But we'll find out. But yeah, looks like I am almost to my goal for dropping off this cargo. This actually seems like the handling may have changed a little bit in one of these updates. It feels to handle tighter, handle a little better than it used to. And the frame rate seems to hold a little bit tighter too. Which, that's always a good thing. Yes, Mom. Okay. Yeah, just need to park up this trailer, and we will call that the end of the episode. Hey, that's a new brand. I haven't seen that one before. There we go. This is going to be like perfect. Alright. Excellent. Cool. I got bonus for parking, long distance bonus. I got 11 grand out of that one haul. And as always, let's see. This haul took me a total of about 20 minutes. Real time, 3 hours, almost 4 hours driving time. But yeah, as always, rock hard, party on, and DFTBA.